Well, hi again. We're back.
Yeah, we are.
Um, and this week we wanted to share something we've been talking to people. We're always talking to people about creating a healthy relationship with food. And what seems to get in the way of a healthy relationship with food, like a healthy relationship with other people or anything else, is feelings that come up. Emotions get triggered. We feel uncomfortable in a moment, and that influences our relationship. And so we sometimes say things and do things that aren't to our greatest benefit. So what we were talking about recently is how um, often, if we're reaching for food and we're not hungry, then there's something going on. We're using that food for something other than nourishment,
For relief.
for relief. Yeah. And so that's good. Yeah. So relief. So what we're looking for, what is it that we're looking for? That's the question that we ask. When you want to eat something and you're not hungry, what are you looking for? Or what are you feeding? That's another, because you're not feeding your body. What's going on? What are you trying to satisfy? And what we're seeing and sharing is that we're in a place where we've got some emotion coming up, we've been triggered or whatever, and it feels kind of out of balance. That's when I don't feel comfortable. What I'm looking for, what I'm trying to satisfy, trying to feed and get myself back to, is this space of feeling okay, feeling balanced, feeling home, feeling safe. And so with our coaching, what we help people to see that's been so successful in kind of unwinding this whole relationship with food, using food to try to feel better, is when we see that what we're looking for is to basically come back to balance here, come back, find this place of safety within. But our whole culture and the way we've been raised is to see life as if it happens from the outside in. So if I feel uncomfortable and I'm reaching for food, if I look at it, the discomfort came from whatever, somebody sent me an email and said some things that have upset me. Now I'm going for food.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that I try to get back to safety, I deal with the feeling with food, but then trying to create a life that feels safe is to try to control that person that wrote the email. Maybe I should tell them, don't write me emails like this, or don't write me ever again, or whatever it is. We're trying to manage the world as though our experience of it occurs from the outside in, as though it's the email that made me feel this way.
The circumstance
The
put a feeling
circumstance.
in me.
Yeah, it puts the feeling in me. And if we do look at it, we start to take it apart, most everybody can see that it probably isn't true that that's how it works. Because sometimes they would get an email from them, and even if it wasn't, that person was saying something that they didn't like, they didn't get triggered in the same way.
True.
So it's not this cause and effect, outside in experience that we're having. It's really inside out. It's how I'm relating to the email in that moment.
Well, it's the thoughts I have about it, and that triggers feeling that I have about it. I'm living my experience from my moment to moment thinking,
Yeah,
not from the circumstance out there.
right. And that's why sometimes the same circumstance doesn't create the same experience
Exactly.
because I'm thinking about it differently.
Yes.
And that's all it is. So that's what we wanted to share today. We talked about this in so many ways. I hope you're not getting tired. It doesn't sound like, oh, same old, because we keep discovering for our own selves and sharing with others. It's kind of the same principle, but it's looking at it from different angles because this is undoing some very deep conditioned thinking, conditioned beliefs about how life works, that life works from the outside in. And a lot of it takes time to begin to actually see, recognize, and
See.
experience.
Yeah,
That
it's a seeing that happens.
Yeah, so that when it happens, you see, oh, it's inside out, not outside in. That's like going from believing all your life that the world is flat, and then somebody shows you a picture from the moon and it's round, and it's like, whoa, I've been wrong all this time. But then you go out of the house after seeing the picture and everything, your mind is still thinking, no, the world is flat, the world is flat. So getting to where we begin to actually recognize the truth of how life works and the truth of how experience is created is that I'm feeling my thinking. It's inside out, it's not outside in. And that saves me then from trying to control people and control situations or avoid people or avoid situations. And it just allows me to move from kind of a controlled based sense of safety. If I can control everything, I'll be safe. Well, good luck with that. I think we've all tried that in different ways. To this kind of self-connection based safety. When I connect with the fact that I am feeling my moment to moment thinking, then the world is going to unfold the way it is. And it doesn't mean that difficult things won't come up in my life, but they don't lead me down that path of, oh, in the future, I've got to learn from this. And the lesson is, I've got to learn how to control this better because I don't think any of us has found how to control life yet.
No.
So yeah, so it's this self-connection safety that we're looking for. And we've done blogs in the past where we talk about welcoming what's arising and I forget other ways that we've phrased it, but we're talking about the same thing here. When we see that our experience is created from the inside out, then we can welcome even the discomfort that comes in, and when we can welcome the discomfort, the mind begins to settle, and we can find our safety, that what we're looking for, this coming back to home base, without the feeling having to go away, and the feeling goes away.
Yeah, well, when we welcome, we begin to see that there's a gift in everything that comes to us. Even if what that gift is, which it always is to go within and reflect, just get quiet and see what it's come to share with me. And often we'll get a clear image that helps us unravel the habit of overeating, of using food inappropriately.
Yeah, it's a fun journey. So, um, if any of this makes sense to you, if there's some resonance about this, check it out. Next time you find yourself, reaching for food when you're not hungry, see if it isn't to try and find that a sense of comfort that feeling safe in this moment gives us, and see if it's really the circumstance or if it's my thinking about the circumstance.
Yeah, so the recipe is so good. It came from looking at what I had in the fridge and what I had in the cupboard. So we made a green lentil surprise.
Yeah.
It's really yummy. It is really yummy. It has raisins in it. Did we put corn in there?
I don't
Can't
remember.
remember. Peppers. It's a beautiful little lentil dish. Lots of protein.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for joining us, and we intend to be back next week.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.